Join us for the Fun Ship Group Cruise, hosted by CNS Travel and Shanster Travels. Get ready for 8 nights of unforgettable fun aboard the Carnival Vista, departing September 20th, 2026, from Port Canaveral.
I was doing and then it was taking forever to get to me.
Oh yeah, it was. Seemed like it paused for a minute.
I know. Well, happy Labor Day.
Yeah, happy Labor Day. I hope you had a good day.
Yeah, it was all right. I mean, last minute barbecue at my house, I guess.
Oh,
what'd y'all do?
Oh, we just got a little running around and cleaning up and a few things around here. That's about it.
I know, it ain't like 15 years ago, everybody was having a party. Now you can't find no one to host anything. So everybody's like, oh, I'll just come to your house. You got the pool. Like,
that's right. Yeah,
but you know what? I wouldn't give up that time.
Let you keep up with that and clean it and clean up afterwards and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's so, that is crazy. So I'm thinking that it might be a low key live stream tonight, right?
Yeah, it's just what it's looking like. It might be a lot more of them out at cookouts and parties.
I know, right? Well, I mean, everybody's got to go to work tomorrow, though.
Oh yeah.
So, well, not everyone. I mean.
Right.
Oh, so
some do, some of them don't.
Right. So I did post in both the groups. So if anybody's watching and you're from the 20th or the 28th, we are going to talk about Celebration Key, which we are both going there. And then San Juan, which only the 20th is going there. So, and then we got some other stuff going on in the groups. So our groups are growing like mad. So we're getting a lot of duplicate questions and stuff like that. That we're going to talk about too.
Hey, good, man.
Hey, welcome in. So, yeah. Oh, Stacey's here. Hi. Look, I'm watching my live, and I'm watching me fling my glasses around. This is just like something I always do. It's that way I have them, because if I need to see, they're right here in my hand.
In a minute, you're going to sling them.
I know. Well, I got an extra pair right here, so just in case.
That's right.
Because I can't see nothing, especially when it's kind of dark, and I have these lights in my eyes and stuff, and it kind of, my eyes water a lot. So
yeah.
But
I got to have them if I'm going to be trying to read something. That's for sure.
Yes, that's what I need them for. I really want to have that surgery done, but I don't know. We'll have to see. Then I got my nifty diffy Stanley van.
Well, Stanley keep you cool.
He does. So I'm gonna have him out by my side the whole time when we're on the roper ramp. Hey, did you see that? There's a guy in here. His name's, I think it's Russell, and he said he's going to be doing the roper ramp, and he wants to make sure that there's other guys doing it. And I was like, there is. I don't know if they're dressed like Miss Roper, but they might. You know, doesn't Neil have a shirt or something that says, what does this shirt say? Something about Mr. Roper or something. I don't know.
I think he said something about that.
I was like,
the shirt. Yeah, go get it right quick. So I got Neil said he does. Let's see. I'll show you what mine is. So Neil don't have the same one.
Okay. You might have the same one.
Mine don't have Magic Mike on the back though.
No way, does it?
No. Let's see.
Oh, that's cool. Team Roper. I love it.
So
this is going to be so fun. We have a lot of people doing that. So we're going to do the ship takeover.
Yeah. All right. So his is Roper Romp with Miss Roper on it. So
Oh my gosh, that's such a fun event. I got to make the schedule for that to see where we're going to end up. But we are going to end up at the midnight buffet.
Hey, well, that's good. That's
Yeah,
good.
I know. We're all going to be like all hungry and stuff, and it better be a good buffet. They better have it.
Oh yeah. Well, they'll have something.
Yeah. Well, we can get a pizza up till midnight, so I guess we're good.
Yeah.
Did they stop doing that, or is it still just at midnight?
No, I think it's still just to midnight. I mean, I don't think they're going to change it and go back any longer. On the midnight buffet, they got they'll have some sandwiches and chips. They'll have what they call Chicago pizza, which ain't nothing but some dough with a little bit of sauce and maybe a little bit of cheese, and that's about it. It ain't. No, I mean, if you've been ropering it pretty hard for a while, I mean, it's all right. But they have chicken nuggets every other night, and those are always good. But and they always have chicken noodle soup. I don't understand the chicken noodle soup for a bunch of people who's been out bar hopping all night, and you're gonna give them a bowl of chicken noodle soup. That just don't seem like a good combination to me. But
I don't remember seeing chicken noodle soup, but I was probably ramping it up.
yeah.
Do they have like I don't know? Do they have like chips or something to go in there?
Yeah, they have chips up there with the sandwiches. They'll have like half sandwiches, like ham and cheese or some kind of club sandwich or different nights.
Okay, well, it's a good thing that we have the deli still going. So
that closes at 11. Yeah, deli is like from 11 to 11.
Okay, so we might have to make a stop at the deli beforehand. Oh, Lord. All right, let's jump into what we need to do.
Of course, you always got room service if everything else fails.
Yeah, that's true. So I was checking out my Holland, because I'm trying Holland America for my Holy Tour, Holy Land cruise. And they have room service 24 hours. For everything, and it's free.
Oh, yeah.
You don't have to pay for none of it.
Yeah, there's I tell you, it's not bashing Carnival because that's what we're getting ready to go on, and we've been on a bunch of them, but they're everybody else is getting a little more up than they are right now with some of the service and the late night buffets and room service and
right.
all that kind of stuff. So.
Yeah, because if you call 5 minutes or a minute before 6 o'clock in the morning to get your coffee, they're going to charge you for it.
Oh yeah.
And they're like, "Do you know there's a charge?" And I'm like, "It's like $5.58 or $5.59," and they're like, "You have to call back in 2 minutes," and they're very strict on that. I'm like, You know what, really, jerks.
So all right, hang up. I'll call back.
I know, I do, and I have to call back. Then when I call back, everybody's calling back, and so then you're on hold for like a couple minutes.
Right.
I think they started doing where you could do it the night before or the day before and putting that thing out for your cabin steward.
Yeah.
Problem with that is if you have a bad romper night, then you might not be up at 6 a.m. So then you're going to lose your coffee. So I don't know. We'll have to investigate all of that, I guess. Hopefully things have changed since I went to Hawaii in March. So all right, I'll let you take over.
No, you're good. Let's see. Yep. Brazil was the last one to pop in. We got some more that's popping in, but I just hadn't said nothing yet. So
welcome to the show.
But that's all right. Let me get so we're gonna talk a little bit about San Juan and Celebration Key. So there's not many here, so we'll just not have much questions probably.
No. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fine. You know
I'm
what?
a,
They can go back and just rewatch it too,
oh
because
yeah,
I think a lot of people, like you said, might be um, winding down from the day. So,
yeah,
but
that's
we,
right.
we need to do this because we only have two after this, two
Yeah,
live streams left, and our last one is going to be going over everything. So,
yeah, yeah. And I'll leave you by yourself next Monday too. So
oh, I'm going to try to get Diane up on the
yeah.
panel too. So we'll see. If not, I can handle it.
Oh, you got it. You got it. Um, well, anybody that hadn't been to San Juan, I got a couple pictures. I'll show you, some of the things to look at. You know, in old San Juan, which is where you close by where you get off the ship at. So you see, small streets, they're narrow, and there are cars zooming up and down. Um, they have a lot of old not artifacts, but historical places around where you can actually walk to. But just be aware, most of the streets in Old San Juan are still cobblestone, so they're not even. Um, and it is a little hilly a spot, so it can be challenging if you have an issue with walking. Um, this you when we're coming into port, this is the old wall, and out past the point where you see that tree up there, around there is one of the forts. So you'll see that a good view of all that when we come into port. Um, and there's just some looking out from that. So
That's
it's
so cool.
you'll see a lot coming in. And then I got a couple of excursions up here. Just there's a lot of excursions. Let's see. This is actually through shore excursions.
Okay.
This one, this is we hadn't done this, but I think this would be probably a cool, interesting thing, which we walked around most of it, but this is a private walking tour of Old San Juan. And the price is based off how big your party is. I mean, they'll do as little as one person on up to 30 people. But, again, it's walking. So you're going to be walking the cobblestone streets and up hills and that kind of thing. But you'll have a private tour guide. And I looked, if you had a group of 5 or 6 people, you're only looking at between $55 and $62 a person. I mean, that's really cheap.
Yeah, it is.
Version, especially being private like that. But again, it is walking. Then they've got one here where it is just a normal excursion. It's not private. And you can see it's only like $59. It's on sale right now, $10 off, and that's just a tour of Old San Juan and New San Juan. So I mean, if you hadn't never been, something like this would be good. That they will take you around and you'll see kind of like top 10 things to see and taking pictures and that kind of thing. So that would be something good. And here's a couple that are through Carnival, through the cruise line, that you can book on the ship. This is kind of like I just showed you, but it's through the cruise line. So instead of being $59 a person, it's $115 a person.
Yeah, it's so much better to go through a tour company like Viator, which I have a bunch of links up underneath San Juan for their Viator and shore excursionaires. Someone who gives you a guarantee to get back on the ship, because Carnival is very pricey.
Yeah. And here's one more. This is the top 10. And you see, this one's really not that bad. It's only like $65 for top 10. But these, kind of fill up quick. I was actually surprised that they still have some openings because they normally fill up, kind of quick on those because they're the cheaper ones and easier for people to do. They do have, there are some accessible tours that Carnival still has some availability for. So if somebody that's in a wheelchair or something like that, they have some more options for that at San Juan. One thing is you're really taking a big gamble. You can get cheaper tours, even in what we showed with Shore Excursion and Viator. When you get off the port, when you get off the ship, you walk onto the street, there's going to be a ton of people there selling tours, and they're going to be $20 a person, $15 a person. And for the most part, they're fine, but you don't have that guarantee of getting back to the ship before the ship leaves.
Right.
And they don't, they're not really regulated, so they don't have contact with the ship like the other ones do. And some, I think we're in San Juan from 7 to 3. We're not there, that long. So, you don't want to get hung out. And when you get back, you see us off in the sunset.
We'll be on our balconies.
That's right. We'll be waving. But
getting video so we can put it on YouTube.
That's right. Yeah, we'll put you on YouTube. That ain't no problem.
Yeah, no problem at all.
Let's see.
Now that's what I was thinking about doing is the fort, because because the last time I did a tour and I went up into the the Cam Fam.
Yep.
Went up into the rainforest, and we did a lot of really fun stuff up there. And then when we came back, we stopped at the fort, but we didn't get to go on the grounds or do anything. We just stopped there to get some pictures and that. But that's something that I want to do. I want to go on the inside. I want to check out the grounds, and I want to see the cemetery there.
Yeah.
So,
and that's something that is doable, even with the short amount of time we're there. I think they open, what did I say, 9 o'clock they open. I think the fort opens for tours. I think it was. So you can take your time that morning. You don't have to rush and get off and be off the ship and at your tour by 8 o'clock to pick you up, because it's only, 3 or 4 blocks at the most from the ship, from the pier to the fort. So you can, it's walkable. You get there, walk around, spend a couple hours. Then you can come back. You can walk around town a little bit if you want to, or you can just come on back to the ship, and have lunch on the ship. So that's something it's it's like $10, I think, to get in if you don't have a season pass for the parks. So it's a cheap but interesting tour you can do on your own.
You're right. And so is there a boardwalk there? Because I can't remember.
No, it's a sidewalk.
No. I mean, when you're getting off the cruise ship.
Oh, so yeah. It's a terminal there. You'll get off normally anytime we've been on Carnival, they dock right there at the terminal, because they used to sell out of there a lot. And so there's a full terminal there. You'll get off the ship and come down, you'll go in the terminal and go out to the street.
Okay. Yeah, I hope they start doing that again. That was great when you could fly into San Juan and just cruise out of there, and because then you could go to all the way far islands.
Right. I think they still do occasionally, but not like they did pre-COVID. Pre-COVID, they had a lot going out of there, I think.
Right. Yeah, they sure changed some stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So that's pretty much San Juan. And like I said, if you go to the search or oh my goodness. So if you go up to featured on the page, there's a post for each port, and you can go right under there and it'll tell you what everybody's doing. The people that recommend this tour company or that tour company, and the Viator links. And I think there's some shore excursion links, but all of those are under each post for each port. So that's probably what you should be looking at if you're not sure what you want to do, because everybody's in there and it's pretty active. So
Yeah. And that, I only showed, a few, just tried to show a little bit of comparison from booking on the ship versus like shore excursions or Viator or something like that. But each one of them has got a lot more, excursion options if you're looking for something else,
Right.
Something else to do or whatnot. So, just go to, look on your app or on the website for Carnival and look at shore excursions and see what they got. There's a lot of them that are already sold out also.
Right.
And see what they got. If you find something that you're interested in, look at Viator, look at shore excursions. Most of the time they'll have basically the same excursion, and you can just price compare.
Yeah.
And see. I mean, if you can save a quarter to a half of the cost per person, and with both of those you got the back to the ship guarantee. So
right.
It's just,
sometimes Carnival, if you can find the same tour, which
right
here and there happens, I have been price matched from Carnival. So, but you have to go through a lot to get it.
Yeah.
So, and then if there's one little thing different, like even like we're going to have oranges for lunch,
right.
And they say, oh, we're going to have lemons for lunch. Then they're going to be like, oh, no, that ain't happening. No, sorry. So.
Or they may say they're going to have they're going to do a photo stop at this place, but
right.
the other one says they're going to do a photo stop one block down. They say, well, no, that's different. That ain't the same. So, yeah.
Yeah, they'll try to get out of it, but they have done it for me a couple of times, but I don't ever count on that. I like Viator and Shore Excursionaire, and there's is it Shore Excursionaire Group too? Is the other one? So
yeah, well, I think it's Shore Excursion that if you go through Shipmate, they've combined now, and they're so if you do when you look in Shipmate, the app, you can look at excursions there. Well, that it automatically is connected to shore excursions, so they're together now.
Oh, that's good to know. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
awesome.
So yeah, I mean we booked excursion. We take excursions through all three. We've used Viator, we've used shore excursions, we've used Carnival. And I want to say on this cruise coming up, we've got some stuff booked pretty much with all of them again.
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
So it may be that Carnival's just got the excursion that we wanted, the other ones didn't, or pricing back and forth. So it just like everything, just shop around a little bit.
Right. So that's San Juan. We'll brief that again on the last night. Just a real quick briefing of all the reports and stuff on the what date is that? I think the 14th.
14th, 15th, something like that.
I think it's the 14th because wow, I can't believe that we are going to be cruising this month.
Yeah.
How exciting.
15th. So it'll be the next one will be the 8th, and then the 15th will be the last one. So.
Yeah. And that'll be like let's go over everything. And it's going to get crazy on our page pretty soon. I mean, it's already starting to get crazy, but just for, caca. It's so funny. Everybody's dying about that. It's just a trip. Anyways,
if you hear caca and you don't hear caca back, Diane will be after you.
That's right. That's right. Or Stacy's going to get at it. So it is funny.
They're the caca monitors.
Yeah. Caca. There's somebody said, I was reading all the comments on that, and somebody's like, yeah, well, if I went big in the casino, you're going to hear the loudest caca you ever did hear.
Yeah.
Oh.
Your dad cooking up delicious.
Thank you.
Hit that like button.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah,
there
she is.
Caca. That's hilarious. That is going to be so fun on the cruise. And then you get to the end of the cruise, and you know people forget about it,
That's
and
right.
you know, look at there's Diana.
Yep. Yep. There she is, right there. Nope, both of us. Is
All right.
Zona coming in?
Let me look at my. I'm gonna put. Hi, Sissy Zonas. Thanks for coming in. All right. Let me see. Do you want to do Celebration Key, or do you want me to go through some stuff?
Well, I'll go ahead and do Celebration Key, and then we'll come back and go through the other stuff, and then any questions that come in and that kind of thing.
All right, perfect. Perfect.
I do have a little video I'll show again about Celebration Key, just a little few highlights and whatnot. So we'll play that now, and then we'll come back and talk about it a little more. So.
All right. Holy crap, that place looks huge.
Oh, yeah, it's big. It's big.
Oh my gosh, I can't wait to see it.
So it's a lot there. But they've made a few changes since that video. And some of them are just starting. So one of them is there.
Boo!
Calypso Lagoon, which was the adult-friendly 18 and over section of the lagoon, where they have the swim-up bar and the swing bar, the DJ area, and that kind of thing. It was 18 and up adult, so it was basically adult friendly there by the lagoon and Calypso Beach. But starting this week, they have changed it. As you can see, it's not adult friendly anymore. It's teenager friendly now. So it will be from 13 up will be in there now. So if you go and look on the excursions for Celebration Key, most of them are renting cabanas and day beds and things like that. Well, if you look now, they've changed them to, it says 13 plus, for the day beds and everything else, where they were adult friendly. They hadn't really given a good reason why officially, other than they just said they wanted to give more people the opportunities to use it and be there. My personal opinion, my personal thought is they wanted as many people booking Pearl Cove Beach Club, which is adult only, as they wanted, because they charge, it's $99 just to get in to the beach club, just to have access to the pool and the beach and the chairs. Then if you want, let's see, I'll pull it on up. You can see here, it's $99 per person just to get access. If you want a open bar that comes with a 10 drink maximum, that's $140. And if you want a meal included with that, at the full service restaurant that is in Pearl Cove, that's $180. So I don't think there was enough people booking Pearl Cove for the adult only. So that's why they changed Calypso Lagoon to 13 and up, hoping that more people will spend at least $100 to go to Pearl Cove.
Well, you know what? I think it's ridiculous that they're charging that much anyways, and it doesn't include nothing. It's not even nothing. And
the only thing it get, the $99 gets you a welcome drink when you get there, or a bottle of water, whichever one you want. And then, beach chairs, umbrellas, and, lounge chairs by the pool. I mean, it's a nice area, but is it $100 nice? I think, Calypso Lagoon, which was free, especially when it was adult friendly, was worth the freeness. Versus
that
$100,
includes the water slide too, though, don't it?
No. The water slide. No, the water slide is all on its own. The water slide is like $15 a day per person.
Yeah, and the noodles are 10.
Yeah. If you want a pool noodle, which they're the bigger pool noodles, but that's like $10 a day rental on that, or $9.99.
That's crazy. And you cannot bring your own pool noodle either. And that makes me really mad because John Hill told me specifically, yes, you can bring your own pool noodle. And then it was no. And then it was yes. And he, sometimes I wonder how much he drinks because seriously, he goes back and forth on his answers. And
I think sometimes he starts out answering them with common sense, and then the beards and the people above him come back and say, "Oh no, we're not doing that way. We're doing this way."
Right.
Just like the whole thing in the beginning with, if you bought drinks on the island, did they go towards your 15 drink on the ship? One day it did, one day it didn't.
Right.
So finally got that straightened out and figured out. But yeah, hey Vicky, we don't. There's a lot of things that I'm not too pleased about there.
I know.
Hey Lisa. Hey Angie, glad you could be here. Rick,
hi.
How you doing, Rick? There's Linda. She made it here. And Mona's made it. Mona's here.
Hey, Mona.
Yeah. Let's see. I think that's all.
That R mask throws me off every time.
Do I?
Her name.
Oh,
it throws me off every time. I have to look at the end and see. And I should know that by now.
Hey, Sean. Glad you could be here.
Good day, mate.
So what is the rule on a drink package on a private island? If you have the Cheers package on the ship, it does not work on the private island. It does not work on anywhere with Carnival. When you get off the ship, it don't work. Whether it's Half Moon Cay, Princess Cay, Celebration Key, anywhere, it doesn't work. But if you buy, you can use your Sell and Sign card to buy drinks at Celebration Key, or you can use a credit card, debit card, and most places cash. Whatever you buy there does not count towards your 15 drink limit with the Cheers package. So that's what the rule is right now.
And they went back and forth on that for several times. That's another example with that drink package thing. So
I think it's all too expensive. Everybody will get a free entree on your Sell and Sign card when you go there, but you've got to get that. It's on the Island Eats, and that's going to have to come from a food shack or a food truck, somewhere that's kind of almost self-serve, fast food type thing. If you go to the sit down restaurants, there's two there. If you go to the sit down restaurants, then you don't get a free entree. It's like a 20 or 25% discount. But drinks are not included with those free things or the discount. So if you want to get a bottle of water or soda or whatever, you got to pay for that separate. And also, when you go to the food trucks, they'll have two menus. They'll have one on one side that says Island Eats, and then they'll have one on the other side that you can pay for. So everything that they have is not included in that Island Eats. Only certain things that each vendor has is included in it. So
that is ridiculous. And you know what? I wonder if you could take, like I said, because I always carry like a little cooler thing, and I'm wondering if you could take and put some snacks and stuff in there and just bring your own and not have to, or are they going to stop you? You know what I mean?
I don't know. I mean, I think if if you got some snacks in in a beach bag or something like that, I really don't think they're going to be, they're not going to have the drug dog sitting there or the food dog sitting there sniffing like when you get into Cozumel and they've got the dogs there to make sure you ain't bringing fruit and that kind of thing on.
Right.
I don't know that they're going to have that there.
No, they won't. But I'm just saying, like a cooler in itself. Because then you could take some water bottles from the ship and, not any food from the ship, but look, everybody has snacks in the room that they bring from home. So
yeah, we generally at every port with the Cheers package, anytime we're going back to the room, we'll stop by a bar and get a bottle of water, and take back and put in the refrigerator cooler in the room. And then when we get, most of the time we'll say, with if you're platinum, diamond, gold, you get a bigger bottle of water free. We'll take that and keep that to take off imports with us. So we'll have that. And then, we just drink the smaller bottles on the ship. And then if we run out of the big bottles, we'll just take, a couple of small bottles with us. And, if it doesn't make it for the whole time we're in port, at least it makes it, for a big part of it anyway.
Right. Yeah, because who knows how much, you have the packages and stuff, how much everything costs. They're on the webpage under Celebration Key, and they're not cheap. Nothing's cheap there. It's just, I bet that this little trick of the 13-year-old coming into Calypso Lagoon is not going to make a difference, because nobody wants to pay $100 to walk through a door, because
that's right.
90% of the people on a cruise ship are adults anyways. So if they're not paying to go in now, they're not going to pay for, 13 years old. That's a kind of a unruly set of kids there from my school bus experience, but there isn't that many of them. So, hey, Scott, welcome in. What did Diana say? I didn't catch that.
Let's see. She said, make friends with the bartenders so they don't open a few of you. She said beats, but I'm sure she meant beers, and take them in a cooler or some sorts. Yeah. So just like we were saying with the water, so, you take them with you.
So, Diana, I'm going to get some stuff to make Jell-O shots.
Yeah, and for our cruise, really there won't be that many kids on there anyway, because most of them will be back in school. That's one of the advantages of cruising in September, the end of September, 1st October. If you are trying not to have a lot of kids with you, is because most of them are back in school. But now I can see it being a big difference if you're cruising in May, June, July, first part of August. Then I can see that making a huge difference then.
Yeah.
Let's see. Scott just watched part 2.
So I got to tell you, that part two that I had, that part two I had tonight was supposed to be part three, and I mixed the thumbnails around.
Yeah.
You know what? It's been a really rough week for me, and I'm lucky to be here. That's all I got to say.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
So
it all works.
It does.
Nobody knows if it's really part 2, part 45. I mean,
I know, right?
So, all right. Let's see. You know, I really didn't put anything excursion wise up here for Celebration Key because, like I said, 98% of them is day beds and that kind of thing. There are a few excursions that the cruise lines have, that Viator has, the short excursion has, where you can do stuff outside of Celebration Key because you're on Grand Bahama Island. So
right.
there is things other than that. And I was going to pull up some of them, but most of them only had 1 or 2 reviews. So I didn't want to put anything up here so that somebody would say, oh, well, that looked like fun and do it and have a terrible experience, because I don't know. And it's only got 1 or 2 reviews. I'm not trusting that.
Right.
And, there's not been a lot of cruise excursions there for a little while now. So I'd be real hesitant on taking an excursion other than the cruise line excursions outside of Celebration Key right now on Grand Bahama. Not saying that anything's dangerous or anything like that, but I just would be real cautious if you're going to actually get the tour that you're expecting with the price, because they were a little pricey, the ones that I looked at. And so I would probably lean more towards booking through the cruise line if you want to do something outside of Celebration Key. I mean, they had some snorkeling, they had some 4-wheelers, and the normal island kind of excursions. But
a lot of them were from like the Nassau area, weren't they?
No, Nassau is a different island. This is on Freeport. Grand Bahama is Freeport Island. So
maybe
the excursions, a lot of the excursions outside are Freeport stuff. And
okay.
So, and there hadn't been a lot of activity with Freeport. So
I'm not a fan of Freeport.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
I don't
I think I've been twice.
either.
Yeah. So, but here's a little bit more on the Island Eats. And it tells you, the casual venues is where you're going to be able to use your Island Eats. And it tells you, the menus they're going to have separate menus that says what is included with Island Eats. And, the Mingo's Express and Calypso Lagoon, Captain's Galley, the Food Hall, and Starfish. And that's the family-friendly lagoon. And the food trucks and the snack shacks. That's where you'll be able to get the free entree. And then if you go to any of the sit-down restaurants, it's 25% off. And it tells you there's 12. They got 12 bars there. They got a couple in each different portal on there. Let's see, that's what we already just looked at. We already looked at that. Yeah. And just what you're gonna see when you walk in there. That's just the sun. You walk in, and if you look at that sundial right in the middle at the top of that tower, that's where the water slide is. They got 4 water slides, I think, all together in there. but none of them are free. You got to pay like $15 per person, and of course it's unlimited. But I think it's 10 stories, so you got to walk up and down, or walk up to slide down. So I don't know that.
That's a lot of walking up and down stairs.
Yeah, yeah. So for $15, they need to have an elevator.
I would think so. Yeah. I think it's just I don't know. It's a money grab. That whole island, I feel like, is a money grab.
Yeah. Well, part of it is, most of all the venues there are Bahamian owned and ran. They're not Carnival owned and run food places. So they're using it to make money, and so they're charging. So it's not like like Half Moon Cave or Paradise where they own it and they run everything on it. And that's when we're getting the free hamburgers and hot dogs and that kind of stuff at lunch.
Right, right.
But it does seem that it is pricey, and I mean, it seems nice. It seems like a nice place just by other people that have been there. But we're changing the Calypso to teenage friendly instead of adult friendly, and the nickel and dime everywhere. I don't know how it's going to be, but we'll find out. We'll see.
Oh, I'm sitting here typing. Can you hear that?
Yeah.
So I got that new keyboard, and it's so loud.
Right. Yeah. Sean says we ought to be able to run up and down the stairs.
And I said,
yeah. If it was free, Sean, I might would, but if I got to pay for it, no, I need an elevator.
Right. I said my legs would hurt in places I had no idea I had.
Right.
If you do like one of those lighthouses, and you go up and you it takes you 2 hours to get up there, and by the time you get up there, your legs hurt from your hips, just everywhere. You're like, do I have 5 legs down there? Because it hurts so bad.
Oh yeah. Well, while we're talking ugly about nickel and diamond, another thing that's going to be on the ship when we get there is, if you hadn't heard, that they're going to start having donuts and beignets for breakfast time. But as you see, there is a charge for them.
Yeah.
So you get 2 for $4 or 5 for $8. And then the beignets, you can get 4 for $3.50, and churros, as you see, 5 for $3 and 10 for $5. Or you get a $7 breakfast combo, which is 2 donuts and 4 beignets for $7. I don't know how good they're going to be, or if they are or not. And the cost is really not that bad.
No.
And it's really not anything out of the ordinary, because the donuts and cakes and all that stuff at Java Blue, you've always had to pay for those also.
Right.
Of course, now they're huge, but
yes.
I think it's just why myself and everybody else is kind of looking negative toward this, is just because here lately, every time there's something mentioned, they're either taking something away or you're having to pay for something else.
Yep.
So there hadn't been a good thing to us anyway that feel like a good thing to us since June. Everything's been either taking something away or adding a cost to this or what have you. So I think that's why there's a little negative thought on the donuts and the beignets. I think if everything else hadn't been going on around the same time, we'd have probably never batted an eye at it, because like I said, people have already been paying for donuts and cakes at Jolly
Right.
Blue the whole time.
Yeah, you know what? It is. They've really hit us hard this year. It's been a rough year for Carnival, but
Yeah.
here their stocks are skyrocketing. Unreal.
Yeah.
I don't mind because I have stock, but you know, I'm
Yeah.
surprised. I mean, who would have thunk? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's I don't, Carnival. I still say I've said on some of my other lives when we talked about it. Carnival is, to me, is still, they're trying to turn into a casino cruise line. Period. That's their focus.
Yeah.
Is casino, because everything that they have done, and now they're starting those sea cruises where they're casino cruises that are adults only. They're having them now. Not a lot, but they're working them in. All they're doing is seeing how good they do, and if they do like they think, you're gonna start seeing more and more of them.
Well, they need to get a bigger casino because I can never find a seat half the time.
Right. So I really think that's what they're seems like they're shooting for. And I think I'm not saying they're going to do away with the family cruises altogether, but I think you're going to almost have two different types of cruising. You're going to have the one that is the casino, that's adult only, and then you're going to have the family ones that is going to Celebration Key in the 13 plus areas. But they're going to make the money off of them because the kids are going to want to do the slides, and the kids are going to be having to rent the pool noodles, and they're going to be getting ice cream that's not on Island Eats. And if you look at the Island Eat stuff, you can find something to eat, but what most people want to eat is on the paid side.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm kind of beside myself.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't even know what to say about it, except for, even though I'm like this close to diamond, and I will be diamond pretty soon by the time this year's end. But I'm going to start looking at different cruise lines. Like I said, Holland America for $1,000. I've got my drink package for 12 days. I've got my $200 per shore excursion. I have the internet. This is all premium stuff, the high end stuff. And then 2 specialty restaurants on the ship. And I mean, there's a couple more things, but for $1,000 for 12 days, all of that. I mean, that to me is a freaking awesome deal.
Yeah, so. And if you were booking the same thing on Carnival, you'd be close to 2,000 time you figured everything in.
Yep.
So, yeah, I mean, I think that's what it's going to be. I know we're going to be. I'm not saying that we're not going on Carnival anymore, but we're definitely looking at other cruise lines, and which we're booked out now through 27. We got a couple more Carnivals booked, and we got Norwegian booked, we got Virgin booked. I want to try MSC, but that's going to have to be 28 because, like I said, we're booked out to 27. So.
Well, we have one we're in the works for October, November of 27. We gotta do 2 for the reunion cruise for everybody we've ever met on the ships.
Oh yeah.
You have time. You better make time for that, Sherman.
We'll see what we can. We see what come up, but
we're gonna chat. We've got 2 full cruises coming up. We're gonna chat.
Oh yeah. So. All right. Well, that's we kind of run off the rails and bashing Carnival, and
I know.
But
we love Carnival.
I mean, like I said, we've never had a bad cruise.
No.
and we've always enjoyed it, always had a good time. And hopefully that will continue. But I think it just gives us the opportunity to try other places and other cruise lines where we didn't in the past. We're kind of the same way. We'll be Diamond the first of the year. So we got 6 years that to have the Diamond.
Right.
So we'll use it some, but we'll try some other ones. And who knows? Maybe we may, MSC, Norwegian, they may, we may like them just as good or just as much and start using them a lot more. I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see what happens.
Right. You were saying you think Carnival's moving towards casino cruises, but I think they're trying to get away from the drama label, and so they're trying to change things up. So going towards that casino is going to make it more adult, and they're trying so hard to get away from that because they have a bad aura about them. There's fights, there's nobody watches their kids. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff. Now they're trying to get the kids to where they can't be in the hot tubs.
Right. Yeah. And
I think that's a great idea because you can never get in there.
Yeah. Well, I think that, and what I'm getting ready to say, I hate for people that's the only opportunity they have to cruise, but they have got to get away from these short cruises.
Yes.
They have got to get away from these 2, 3, and 4 day cruises. 5 days should be the shortest cruise they do. And I think that you're going to help a lot with their problems they've been having. Is it going to do away with it? No. And I don't believe it.
Yeah, drunk for 3 days. I mean, we can have a Miss Roper romp for 3 days straight.
That's right. I mean, but yeah, I think the doing more to the casino side is going also. Generally, they're going to be longer cruises. They're not going to be the short cruises.
Right.
They're going to be the older crowd that generally has not been the ones that's been in the issues that's been going on. Not saying that everybody is either way, but I think that's going part of what they're trying to work for. I mean, they're the only cruise line that's joined the casino association, the land casino association.
Right.
They're the only ones that's got a casino. Went in with an app company to make an app that you can play. And I mean everything they're doing since June. All this has happened since June is towards that casino.
Yeah. Well, I got to tell you, it's called My Vegas. Did you ever hear of it? So I play My Vegas, and they give away free stuff for their points, right? And they have Royal Caribbean. They're hooked up with Royal Caribbean. So if you get so many points, you can take like a 5-day or a 7-day cruise on Royal Caribbean for free.
Right.
So I mean, that's My Vegas. You got to have millions of points, but.
Yeah, well, the one Carnival started, the first month they did it, they were giving away a cruise a day, I think. By people that were playing, they were giving away a cruise a week. And they said it was free to play, and it was technically. You can play a little bit, but then you got to buy more points to keep playing, if you run out of your money. So.
See, I didn't play. I seen that. I got that email, and I was like, "Oh, that's a scam." I can't get addicted to anything else right now.
Yeah,
no, especially it's a casino game.
It won't a scam per se, but I mean I understand they're a business, but I think what it is they're changing their business model a lot.
Yeah.
And so, that business change that business model they're changing is upsetting all the people that enjoyed the previous one.
Right. People don't like change, and this is they've had a lot of big change this year, and it's been not all good. So I don't know, but I think we should probably.
Well, tell folks a little bit about the Facebook group, and anybody who wants to keep seeing me rant, just come Wednesday night on the Cruise News, 8:30.
Right.
And we have an hour and a half of a rant. Get off my yard type stuff. So.
Oh, I have to join you for that one night because I can sure rant. Let me just go over a couple things in the group. So, glass time. Yeah. Oh, they're foggy. Why? What the heck? I can't see better without them. Isn't that funny? All right, let me see. Hotels. The hotels that I have booked for the 2 cruises, they are both full, and there's no more available. So if you are lucky enough to get one of them and you need parking for the hotel, I am going to submit that parking post this week sometime. And the shuttle, I'm going to give them an email because the people who park there, I'm going to find out how the shuttle gets them back to their parking when we get back from the cruise. Somebody asked me that, and I was like, oh, I don't know, because I never parked there. So, so that this week. And then, so we're going to be checking in this week. Woohoo! Caw-caw! So when we check in on the 4th and the 6th, the group's going to get super busy. And I am going to start doing the list for the hotel because I got to give them a list of times and for the shuttle to get us to the port or to the cruise terminal. So that'll be all taking place this week. And for here on out, I'm going to be hosting a couple events a day just so the new people, because we're getting so many new people in, I want to make sure that everybody's got that chance. My events are going to close on Sunday next week, the 7th. And on the 8th is when I'm going to put my post out for the list of stuff for the postcard exchange. I'm going to talk to the girl who's doing the gift card or the gift exchange. Everybody that has lists, I want them done by like the 8th or the 9th because I don't want to be stressing out at last minute and then me be gone and then the 28th group saying, oh, we don't have our list, or whatever. So that's that. I'm just going real quick because I know we got to get off here. But the vitamin C and zinc, guys, it's time to start taking that so you don't get sick on the cruise ship. So so boost your immune system. Of course, check with your doctor first because I ain't a doctor, but I mean, it's always good to take some kind of vitamins to boost you up a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
So,
and start washing your hands.
Yeah, if you're not in that habit already, it's probably good, to get in that habit. So, posts, we're getting the same questions several times. Check the search bar. If you're posting about ducks, put them under the duck event post or, the cruising duck hunters or something, because we're going to get super busy in the next couple weeks here. And those posts, they're just going to get declined, by the bot. So the bot's declining quite a bit of stuff lately. And that's because it's the same thing over and over and it's picking up that. So, let's see. I think that's all I have. We do have a couple new events. We have a book event. Somebody's going to do a book exchange. So I posted that out today. And then there was somebody else doing, I want to say, like another bar crawl or something. So I
think that was in the 28th group that somebody just started the bar crawl, and it says on embarkation day. It says that night, embarkation night.
Well, lucky for us, we'll be on the ship already. But those traveling that day might be a little rough. But like I told Sherman, I'll try to see what I can do. I don't know. I'm all for the roper romp, though. That's going to be great.
Yeah.
So
which I think the bar crawl, I think he named it something like bar until you crawl or something like that. So
yeah, I was like, oh, okay. Well, I mean, I put it on the agenda. I'll have the agenda printed out, ready to be printed out next week too. So everything on my end is going to be tied up and put out there next week. So that way everybody has their stuff. And I have these right here that I'm going to be passing out. They're little bracelets. And then Sherman's got lanyards and koozies. Yep. What else?
Lanyards, koozies, some beach bags.
Yes, we got some fun stuff going on.
Yeah. So make sure you come to the meet and greets on Embarkation Day, because that's where they'll be at.
Yep, that's right. So,
and make sure that you go into events and click that you're going if you're going, so that we can try to make sure we have enough for everybody. Because I mean, we don't want to be toting around 100 bags full of stuff if only 10 people are going to show up.
Right. So. Well, I think the 28th group, we're going to have a huge turnout. Not the 28th group, the 20th group. The 28th group is iffy. Right. So, is that your dog?
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, it just went out the back, something out in the yard.
Usually it's my dog's barking. So, but yeah, and then, we're going to have, I think we're going to have a big turnout for the 20th group. The 28th, like I said, I'm not sure. It's kind of, nobody's really saying yes or no. I mean, we got a few, but it's a quiet group. So, but hopefully, we still have a few weeks yet. So it's growing and growing every day. So other than that, I think that's about all I have.
Gained a lot last week, so.
Yes. Yeah, I think we're over 400 now on that one.
Yeah.
So, all right. What else you got? Anything?
No, I think that's it.
Hold on, I have to take care of something real quick.
Yeah, I was trying to do that too.
So this mouse that I have, if you don't use it for a second, it turns off, and so you got to click it and stuff. Isn't that crazy? I don't think that. So how funny is this? So we're 15 seconds ahead of time, and if we see something in the comments, we can remove it right away. But sometimes we don't catch it. So
that's right. Yeah. Luckily, we just happened to look about the time it popped up.
I was like, oh, and then my mouse didn't work. I'm like, oh. So, alrighty. Well, Sherman won't be here next week. So, Sherman won't be here next week. Yeah, he's trying again, eh?
Yeah.
How'd that happen? Diana said she would come and fill in. So we will have Diana here from the second group. And she is one of our admins over there too. And I have to show our shirts. So I made us these admin shirts. Aren't they cool? And then on the back is all our ports, because we're doing back to back. So
that's right. Back to back.
Yeah. So you'll see though, look for those shirts. That's us.
Yep.
So, all right. Well, I guess we are out of here. Happy Labor Day, everyone. And I hope everybody has a wonderful week. And I'll talk to you soon, Sherman.
All right. See y'all later.
All right. Bye, everybody. Thanks for joining in.
Yeah.
Yes. Tell Crystal we said hello.
She said hey to all y'all.
You got to put macaw on the sleeve or on the back or something.
Yeah, Shannon, she said you have you talking about putting something else on the shirt, you had to put caca on the other sleeve or on the back of the shirt.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I'll try to put that in there somewhere.
Yeah.
Cool. Oh man. All right. I'll talk to y'all soon.
All right.